Greetings, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. It's your trusty team at TV Days Drama Digest, diving headfirst into the swirling vortex of intrigue, passion, and jaw-dropping revelations that define our favorite soap opera. Buckle up, because today we're plunging into the heart of one of Salem's most electrifying storylines, Rafe Hernandez's DNA test on Sophia's son, Tesoro. What began as a seemingly straightforward paternity question has spiraled into a labyrinth of secrets, forbidden desires, and shocking twists that threaten to tear relationships apart and reshape lives forever. With Aaron back in town, acting shadier than a Salem alley at midnight, and Sophia guarding a secret that could detonate like a time bomb, the stakes have never been higher. Let's unravel this tangled web, explore every dramatic detail, and speculate wildly about where this roller coaster is headed. Will the truth set anyone free, or will it ignite a firestorm of heartbreak? Let's find out. The calm before the storm, setting the scene in Salem. Salem, that picturesque yet perpetually chaotic town, has always been a breeding ground for secrets that simmer just beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to erupt. This time, the epicenter of the drama is Sophia, a young woman whose life has been a whirlwind of romantic entanglements and moral dilemmas. Her son, Tesoro, is at the heart of the latest controversy, with Rafe Hernandez stepping in to demand a DNA test to determine the child's paternity. The question on everyone's lips, is Tate, Sophia's on-again, off-again love, the father of her child? Or is there a darker, more scandalous truth lurking in the shadows? The mere mention of a DNA test sends ripples of tension through Salem's tight-knit community. Rafe, ever the steadfast investigator, isn't one to let questions go unanswered, especially when it comes to family. His determination to uncover the truth is palpable, his piercing gaze and resolute demeanor a reminder that no secret stays buried in Salem for long. But as the test results loom, the real drama lies not in the science, but in the human connections and betrayals that surround it. Sophia's guarded expressions, Tate's anxious pacing, and a certain someone's unexpected return to town all hint at a revelation that could upend everything. Aaron's return, a catalyst for chaos. Enter Aaron, the wild card in this already volatile equation. After being away at college, Aaron's return to Salem was supposed to be a joyful homecoming. But from the moment he stepped off the bus, something was off. His easy smile seemed forced, his eyes darted nervously, and his interactions with Sophia carried an undercurrent of something unspoken, something forbidden. Longtime viewers will recall that Aaron has harbored a not-so-secret crush on Sophia for years, a flame that flickered even during her tumultuous relationship with Tate. That crush, once dismissed as youthful infatuation, now feels like a smoldering ember ready to ignite a full-blown inferno. Aaron's behavior has raised eyebrows across Salem. He's been spotted lingering near Sophia's apartment, his conversations with her laced with an intensity that borders on desperation. And then there's that mysterious day they spent together, a day that neither has fully explained. Whispers around town suggest it was more than just a casual catch-up. Did they share a moment of weakness, a stolen encounter that could change everything? Aaron's guilt is almost tangible, especially when he's around Tate. The way he avoids Tate's gaze, the way his hands fidget when Tate mentions Sophia, it's as if Aaron is carrying a secret so heavy it threatens to crush him. The day that changed everything. Let's rewind to that fateful day, the one that's become the talk of Salem's gossip mill. It was a warm afternoon, the kind where the air hums with possibility and the scent of jasmine lingers on the breeze. Sophia and Aaron were seen together at the park, their heads bent close, their voices low. Witnesses, because in Salem, there's always someone watching, reported that Sophia seemed emotional, her eyes glistening as she spoke. Aaron, usually so carefree, was intense, his hand reaching for hers before pulling back as if burned. What happened during those hours? Was it a moment of vulnerability that spiraled out of control, or something more calculated? The lack of answers only fuels the speculation, and in Salem, speculation is as good as currency. Tate, meanwhile, was oblivious, caught up in his own world of trying to rebuild his fractured relationship with Sophia. The two have a history as stormy as a nor'easter, their love marked by passion, betrayal, and second chances. Tate believes Tesoro is his son, a symbol of the bond he and Sophia share, however fraught it may be. But Aaron's return has cast a shadow over that belief, and the guilt in Aaron's eyes suggests he knows something Tate doesn't. Could Aaron be Tesoro's father? The possibility is as tantalizing as it is devastating, promising a fallout that will leave no one unscathed. The DNA test, a ticking time bomb. Rafe's decision to order a DNA test wasn't made lightly. As a seasoned detective, he's seen enough lies unravel to know that truth is rarely gentle. But this isn't just about facts. It's about family, loyalty, and the fragile threads that hold relationships together. The test itself is a simple procedure, a swab, a lab, a report, but its implications are seismic. If Tate isn't Tesoro's father, the revelation will shatter his world, forcing him to question everything he thought he knew about his relationship with Sophia. And if Aaron is the father, the betrayal will cut deeper than any knife, pitting brother against brother in a way Salem hasn't seen since the days of the DiMera feuds. Sophia, caught in the eye of the storm, is a study in contradictions. Her love for Tesoro is undeniable, her fierce protectiveness a testament to her strength as a mother. But her silence speaks volumes. Why hasn't she come clean about that day with Aaron? Why does she flinch every time Rafe mentions the test? Her secrecy suggests she's guarding something explosive, something that could destroy the fragile equilibrium of her life. Is she protecting Aaron, herself, or someone else entirely? The answers lie in the results of that DNA test, and as the day of reckoning approaches, the tension in Salem is thicker than fog rolling in off the harbor. A web of motives and hidden truths. To understand the full scope of this drama, we need to delve into the motives driving each player. Sophia's secrecy could stem from shame, fear, or even a calculated desire to maintain control. If Aaron is Tesoro's father, admitting it would mean confessing to a betrayal that could alienate her from Tate forever. It would also thrust Aaron into a role he may not be ready for. Fatherhood is no small burden, especially in a town where every move is scrutinized. Sophia's hesitation could be her way of shielding Tesoro from the chaos that would follow, but at what cost? Secrets in Salem have a way of festering, and this one feels like it's on the verge of bursting. Aaron's motives are equally complex. His guilt suggests he knows more than he's letting on, but is it guilt over a single moment of weakness or something more ongoing? His feelings for Sophia have always been a poorly kept secret, and his return to Salem seems to have reignited them with a vengeance. Is he hoping to win her back, or is he simply trying to make amends for a mistake he can't undo? The way he hovers around Sophia, torn between longing and remorse, paints a picture of a man caught in a trap of his own making. And yet, there's a hint of defiance in his demeanor, as if he's ready to stake a claim if the truth comes out. Tate, poor Tate, is the wild card in this emotional maelstrom. His love for Sophia has always been his strength and his Achilles heel. He's fought for her through countless obstacles, believing that Tesoro is the culmination of their bond. The possibility that he's not the father would be a betrayal of the highest order, a wound that might never heal. Tate's temper, already legendary in Salem, could erupt in ways that shake the town to its core. Will he lash out at Sophia, Aaron, or both? Or will he retreat into the kind of brooding silence that signals a storm brewing just beneath the surface? Rafe, meanwhile, is the catalyst, the man who set this chain of events in motion. His pursuit of the truth is driven by a sense of justice, but also by a personal stake. As a protector of those he cares about, Rafe sees the DNA test as a way to bring clarity to a murky situation. But clarity in Salem often comes at a price, and Rafe may find himself caught in the crossfire of emotions he didn't anticipate. His role as the impartial observer is complicated by his own history of tangled relationships. After all, This is a man who's no stranger to the chaos of love and betrayal. The fallout: what happens when the truth comes out? As we await the results of the DNA test, the possibilities are as endless as they are dramatic. Let's paint a picture of what might unfold. If the test reveals that Tate is not Tesoro's father, the fallout will be immediate and brutal. Tate's heartbreak would be palpable, his trust in Sophia shattered beyond repair. The scenes of confrontation would be classic Days of Our Lives: tears, accusations, and raw emotions spilling out in the town square for all to see. Tate's pain could drive him to reckless decisions, perhaps even pushing him into the arms of someone new, someone eager to exploit his vulnerability. If Aaron is revealed as the father, the dynamic shifts dramatically. The brotherly bond between Tate and Aaron, already strained, would fracture irreparably. Imagine the confrontation: Aaron, head bowed, admitting to a moment of weakness that changed everything. Tate, fists clenched, struggling to process the betrayal. Sophia would be caught in the middle, her loyalties torn between the man she loves and the man who shares her secret. The ripple effects would touch every corner of Salem, from the Brady pub to the Kiriaki's mansion, as friends and family take sides in the ensuing war. But what if the test throws a curveball? Salem is no stranger to twists, and the writers of Days of Our Lives are masters at keeping us guessing. Could there be a third contender for Tesoro's paternity, someone we haven't even considered? Or perhaps the test itself is tampered with, a classic soap opera trope that would add another layer of intrigue. Maybe Sophia's secret isn't about paternity at all, but something deeper, something tied to her past that she's desperate to keep buried. The possibilities are endless, and each one promises a spectacle of drama that will keep us glued to our screens. Speculation: where is this story headed? So, where do we think this storyline is headed? At TV Days Drama Digest, we're placing our bets on a revelation that Aaron is Tesoro's father, a twist that would maximize the emotional carnage. The evidence is compelling. Aaron's guilt, his secretive day with Sophia, and the undeniable chemistry between them all point to a forbidden moment that led to Tesoro's conception. If this is the case, Sophia's secret will remain safe only until the test results are revealed, at which point the truth will explode like a confetti cannon at a DiMera gala. But this is Days of Our Lives, where nothing is ever as simple as it seems. The writers could throw in a red herring, making us believe Aaron is the father only to reveal a different truth entirely. Perhaps Sophia's secrecy is about protecting someone else, maybe even Rafe himself, who could be entangled in this mess in ways we haven't yet imagined. Or maybe the test results are inconclusive, dragging out the suspense and giving Sophia time to maneuver. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: the fallout will be epic, with relationships tested, loyalties shattered, and new alliances forged in the heat of betrayal. Why this story resonates. What makes this storyline so gripping is its raw humanity. At its core, this is a story about love, trust, and the devastating consequences of secrets. Sophia's struggle to protect her son while navigating her own heart is a universal one, resonating with anyone who's ever faced an impossible choice. Aaron's guilt and longing tap into the complexity of human desire, while Tate's potential heartbreak reminds us how fragile love can be. Even Rafe, the stoic detective, is driven by a need to protect those he cares about, a motivation that's as relatable as it is compelling. In Salem, where drama is a way of life, these characters are living out their truths in the most heightened way possible. The DNA test is more than just a plot device. It's a mirror reflecting the messy, beautiful, heartbreaking reality of human relationships. As fans, we're drawn to the spectacle, but also to the emotional truth at its core. We root for these characters, we rage at their mistakes, and we hold our breath as their secrets unravel, knowing that each twist brings us closer to the heart of what makes Days of Our Lives so addictive. The road ahead. What's next for Salem? As we await the DNA test results, the tension in Salem is building to a fever pitch. Every glance, every whispered conversation, Every lingering touch is charged with meaning. Sophia's secret is a ticking time bomb, and when it detonates, no one will emerge unscathed. Will Tate forgive Sophia if the truth comes out, or will his anger consume him? Can Aaron step up as a father, or will his guilt drive him away? And what role will Rafe play as the dust settles, mediator, avenger, or something else entirely? One thing is certain. Days of Our Lives is delivering the kind of high-stakes drama that keeps us coming back for more. The beauty of this show lies in its ability to balance heart-wrenching emotion with jaw-dropping twists, and this storyline is no exception. As we speculate about the outcome, we can't help but marvel at the storytelling prowess that keeps Salem's secrets alive. So, grab your popcorn, dear readers, and settle in for the ride. The truth about Tesoro's paternity is coming, and when it does, it's going to shake Salem to its core. What do you think, fans? Will the DNA test confirm our suspicions about Aaron, or is there a bigger twist waiting in the wings? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.